Hey everyone, welcome to another episode. We got 3 more, let's talk about them. Richard Jewell is a biopic directed by Clint Eastwood about the hero of the Olympic Park bombing in Atlanta, Georgia in 1996. Richard was a security guard who spotted the bomb, alerted authorities, and saved a lot of lives. But then he was investigated as not just being the hero, but being the perpetrator. And this movie shows how his life was turned upside down. Paul Walter Hauser, who we've seen in I, Tonya, plays Richard Jewell. He is very good in the role. He's a very go-getting security guard. He has a lot of drive behind him, you can tell. Almost to the point of annoyance. And he pulls that off very, very well. Sam Rockwell plays his lawyer friend who is the driving force behind the narrative in this film. If this movie has any narrative forward momentum, it is not because of Clint Eastwood's direction, it is because of Sam Rockwell's performance. Kathy Bates plays Richard Jewell's mother, and she's a distraught Southern lady. It's something Kathy Bates is very good at. Seems more and more like Clint Eastwood finds his films in editing, and unlike the last Clint Eastwood movie we saw, this one found itself in editing. For the most part, it has a pretty good pace. Like I said, most of that is driven by Sam Rockwell. He is the forward momentum in this movie. He keeps it moving. He has fast, snappy dialogue, always pushes the film forward, even if Clint Eastwood isn't one of those filmmakers that makes films move forward quickly. Little problem with the film that it somewhat implies that journalist Kathy Scruggs slept with an FBI agent to figure out that Richard Jewell was being implicated in the bombing, which doesn't seem to be the truth, and she's no longer with us. It's a big scar on this movie. The film kind of slut-shames a reporter who's no longer here to defend herself. But this movie proves my point that Sam Rockwell makes even the most paint-by-number screenplays watchable. This would have been just another biopic about a guy who got a bad rap, but Sam Rockwell's performance moves this movie into watchable territory. Scoob is an animated feature about Scooby-Doo. You get to see him meet Shaggy for the first time, you see the backstory of the gang, and then they go investigate a mystery, which is what they do. I can't say that the plot made a lot of sense, because it didn't. I felt like I was missing something. I don't think I missed anything, but it just felt like something was off throughout its running time. I wish this movie spent as much time developing its mystery as it did its characters, because the characters are very well rendered. It's just the mystery that's confusing and a bit of a mess. And has some pop culture references that I don't think are gonna age very well. While Scooby-Doo's genesis may have been earnest, it's become a bit of camp over time. This movie attempts to go back to the earnestness of the original, and I appreciated that even though it didn't quite work. It's a mixed bag. Peppermint stars Jennifer Gardner as a wife whose husband and daughter are killed by some gang members. She has nothing else to live for, so she goes out on a quest for revenge. It's a very straightforward movie. It feels like something out of the 1990s, not something out of the 2000s or even the 2010s. She's an unnamed vigilante who's cleaning up the streets and the cops are out to stop her. Where have we heard that a zillion times before? The problem with doing a revenge movie in the 2010s is that you are going to be compared to its many, many contemporaries, some of which are much better than this one. The plot is standard, the action is unmemorable and not shot very well. It goes by and I forgot about it. It's not good. If you want a revenge movie, there's several to choose from. I recommend starting with this one. Have you seen any of these movies? I'll see you in comments and see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.